Now, police divers are warning about the dangers of jumping into streams and rivers because of the hidden risks that might be lurking below.
Yeah, Humberside police say they are dealing with more and more incidents, particularly during warmer weather when the water levels are lower. Crispin Rolfe has more.
Humberside Police's underwater search team. They cover the whole of Yorkshire, but today they're at Hulme Bridge at Ticton outside Beverley in East Yorkshire. The aim? A clearance dive to clear away debris underneath Hulme Bridge in case of children and adults jumping from the bridge into the water.
Go! Oh!
Yeah, we know that kids congregate around this area due to the embankment and the easy access to the water, so we're just looking in the water today to make sure there's no hazards being dropped in from the bridge, nothing that's going to entrap anybody swimming or cause them any danger. So we're just going to put a diver in, just have a clear around the immediate area and just see what we can find.
Yes, mate, start from there.
If we've got viz, then you can look at what debris is in the water. We've been in before and we've found large pieces of wood, pallets, spikes, things like that. Yeah, we generally get children jumping off the bridge into the water, so if there's spikes sticking up, that's what we want to be removing.
Yeah, if it's 2.5 metres deep there, you jump from 4 or 5 metres high, you're going to hit the bottom straight away. And there is debris down there that we can't remove.
2 divers are taking part in this exercise, which also doubles as a training session for a unit used to trying to find evidence and missing people in the worst of circumstances.
We're quite lucky with where we are today. We'll have a little bit of visibility, but I'd say 99 times out of 100 you're looking at zero viz, where the diver is pretty much doing it with their eyes closed, which is why the sonar is so important, that we've got in. Divers are trained to work in zero viz, that's what we do on a daily basis, so pretty much everything's done by feel.
All in all, it's a challenging operation, and yet another reason why the Underwater Search Unit members would prefer to be called out fewer times this summer to recover someone than they were last year.
Any parents listening out there, please have an idea where your kids are in the summer holiday, especially if they're in and around water. It's happening more and more. Last year was quite a high number of casualties for our recovery board, and a lot of them were children, definitely 16 and under. So
Humberside Police say they're not out to spoil people's fun, but they do want them to take notice of warning signs. Crispin Rolfe, BBC News.
Well, we're joined now by Steve Carter, who's an ambassador and a volunteer from the Royal Life Saving Society. Hi, Steve. Thank you for coming in. That piece, I think, just showed the risks below the water and the particular risks that you cannot see.
No, definitely not. When people are jumping in at that sort of height, they've got no idea the depth, the current, what's under that water.
And it can be shopping trolleys, it can be, heavy piles of bricks and masonry, really dangerous.
Scaffolding poles, even weeds, and the actual base of the water as well.
So I know one of the things that you're very involved in is educating people about the dangers of open water and staying safe in water. When you talk to perhaps young people about that risk, what do you say?
It is, there's a lot of information on the Royal Life Saving Society UK's website on www.org.uk, where parents and carers can go on to that site, and there's lots of free resources and information. There's lots of events going on nationally, campaigns go on nationally as well. The RLSS have just come off the back end of the Drowning Prevention Week in June to try and educate as many people as possible in the dangers and the risks of open water.
And who is most at risk at this time of year? Who are the people you would be most worried about?
You're looking at around about your teenage sort of age groups, the more boisterous show-offs, the people that think they know better. A lot of people that go into our general public swimming pools, for example, that go into this nice, warm swimming pool environment and they think they can go and do the same thing in open water. And yet the temperature of the water has that big effect with a thing called cold water shock, where the body reacts as soon as it hits the water. It goes into cold water shock.
I bet a lot of parents think that they don't need to worry quite as much when their kids are heading down to the river or the lake because there's no traffic and they don't have the same concerns as they might if their kids are out on the bikes and stuff. But the figures here, like in the last 5 years alone, 1,600 people have died in the water in the UK.
Yeah. May to August is sort of like the key time, really, because, you know, the temperature gets hotter. And like we've had over the last few weeks, really, people think they're going to go in and cool off. But it is that sudden shock of the temperature of the water. It starts to affect the mobility of the body. It starts affecting the muscles. And the body just doesn't work in the same way as it does in a nice warm swimming pool. OK,
so just remind us, and everyone at home, how do you stay safe? If you are in water, you're in distress, things are going wrong, what are the things that you can do to try and give yourself the best chance? OK, so the main thing is to find your float, what they call find your float, which is to lie out on your back, trunk your ears just in the water, move your arms and legs to try and keep you on the surface of that water. Not to worry if your legs do start to sink, because we do stay on the surface, sort of thing. And once you've been able to control your breathing, then call for help as much as you can. If you do see somebody in the water, the main thing is not to go in and rescue them. Look if there is available the nearest rescue equipment. If there's no rescue equipment available, is there something that you can throw or you can reach to them? But the big thing is, is do not enter the water and dial 999 if there's a problem.
And I guess try to go to places, if you're going to swim, where there is a lifeguard on duty, somebody there who can help. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, you're not going to stop people, from going into the water, but it's about how people can enjoy that water safely. So, as you say, go into areas where it is lifeguarded, go into proper venues that are organised and structured. People are going into this water and they just don't realise the dangers and the risks they're going into. That's the problem.
And I guess if it's a lovely hot day and you're wanting to, your brain can play tricks, can't it? Your body can say, "Oh, this is good. I feel that," and then all of a sudden
it is the way that the way the cold water reacts against the body in there.
Do you feel when you talk to young people that they're heeding your advice? Are they listening?
We'd like to hope so. We like to hope that they are. I think that the difference you've got now is, the young people have got a lot of peer pressures out there as well. And if they see, if they're in a group and a group of people are doing things and they're just going to copy and do the same as other people are, and being pushed into things they shouldn't really be doing, really, I think.
Steve, thank you so much for coming in.
No problem. Thank you very much
indeed. That's really interesting, watching that little information video.
Yeah.
Throwing a football.
Good idea, just something to hold on to,
something you can hold and give you a little bit of float.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of that, but you're looking for the emergency rings. But yeah, football, dead simple.
Then use your phone
as
soon as you can. It's coming up to 9 o'clock. Do stay with us. The headlines are coming right up.